Hey everyone, how are you doing today? I hope that you're having an absolutely wonderful day. Oh, the wind just blew over a plant outside. That's great. I'm back wearing this t-shirt, my llama drinking tea t-shirt. I love it. I'm totally pre-filming this, and so to differentiate between my videos for editing, I put in different earrings. And I remembered mascara this time. Tea of the day is Tea Viber Milk Oolong, the flavored kind. I've talked about this before. It's really, really delicious. It's one of the few teas where I enjoy the added flavoring that they add in. Imagine oolong with just a hint of a milky flavor. It's really good. I am long overdue to do a declutter video. I declutter whenever I decide that's I don't do big declutters in terms where I go through my collection and pull out things to declutter. Usually I use my shop my stash to determine which items to declutter, and I have quite a healthy little pile here, and I haven't done a video like this in a really long time because I keep giving things away before I get a chance to do the video. This time though, I'm managing to talk about these things before I give them away to people. But some of these things have been kind of sitting, waiting to be talked about for a long time. I haven't found the right person to give them to yet. Also, I don't give away old makeup to my friends and things. If it's old, I try and just use it up myself. So all of these things, I'm like, okay, these are, relatively new. I have friends that can use them. And I think some of these things may surprise you. Some of these other things, I've mentioned again in my shop my stash that I'm going to declutter this, so, won't be a surprise. Other things, I think you might be like, what? But I will explain my thoughts. So let's get right into this. I'm going to start with one that this hurts my heart. So this is the Purito BB cream, the Sika Clearing BB cream. I have the shade 21. It has the same finish as the Misha BB cream, which is my favorite of all time. It has a nice glow, nice medium coverage, and it never looks weird or cakey or sits in pores or anything. It has just really, really nice. The problem is my skin is sensitive to something in this, and I break out intensely whenever I wear it. So, I'm not gonna torture myself and try to pan this when it does that to my skin. So this is gonna go to someone. I'm gonna have to try and pick one of my friends who has a very close skin tone to mine to try and pass this along to, but so many of the other reviews I have seen for this, people love this, so I have a feeling that whoever I give this to will really enjoy it. Here's another base product. This is just a little mini. This is the Antidotes Tinted Moisturizer. I keep trying this. I keep trying it in videos, and I've had it in my shop, my stash, but I don't like how it looks after, I don't know, the first hour or so I've had it on. I feel like it's just sitting on top of my skin. It doesn't melt into my skin like my favorite products do, and it makes me not want to use it because it looks funky, it looks weird. So hopefully this will work better for someone else. I know Jen Phelps has mentioned that she likes this, so I know it works for some people. So again, I'll try and find someone for that. This Wish lip scrub, now you guys know how long I've had things sitting around waiting for me to tell you about them. I decluttered this a long time ago. It's been sitting in my declutter pile. I don't think I'm a lip scrub person. I don't like it. This one was just not scrubby enough. I don't know, I would just prefer to use a washcloth. So I'll see if I can find a friend who wants to use that. This is the Ulta Beauty Glitter Primer. I've ended up now with 2 different primers, glitter glues, and I like the other one I have better, and I don't need 2 of them. So hopefully I can find someone who could use a glitter primer. I have 2 Sydney Grace products, which, you guys know I love Sydney Grace. However, this one is a highlighter in the shade Ancient History. And the only reason I'm not holding on to it is because I have lots of highlighters in this champagne-y goldy shade range, so I don't need to keep this, and it's brand new. It just came in a mystery bag. I think I tried it twice on my face, decided that it was very similar to other things I had. So I'll be happy to pass along a beautiful Sydney Grace product to someone. And the second product is actually a blush, and I really like Sydney Grace's blushes, and I love this color. The only reason I'm passing it along, this is the shade Flower Crown, is because it's very similar to a blush from them that I already have. These both came in mystery bags, but this is very close to a shade I got in mystery bag last year. So yeah, I swatched them next to each other. They're almost exactly the same. That's Flower Crown. Oh, it's so pretty. I'm so excited to give that to someone. Yeah, I don't need to be a hoarder of all the things pretty, right? I can share the happiness, especially when I have shades that are exactly the same. I actually have a bunch of blushes here. Let's go through those. So I have 2 from Pixie by Petra. Both of these were sent to me in Ipsy, and I like both of them. Let's talk about this one first. This one in the shade Frosted Fleur. This is the newest one that I got. And again, I have something similar already. I have a Neutrogena blush that's a very soft pink with a shimmer in it, like this one. So I don't need both of them. I decided I would pass along the newer one to someone. And this other shade I've had a little bit longer. This is the shade Beach Rose. And this actually is one I kept pulling out of my stash and putting back, or out of my declutter bin and putting back into my stash. Like I couldn't decide. But whenever I pulled it out of my declutter bin, it wasn't to actually use it. It was just to put it back in my stash. And I haven't wanted it for months. So that shows me that no, I can declutter it. It's a beautiful, beautiful neutral shade. And the formula is so soft. I really, really love this one. And it's a really good matte formula. Look at how pretty that is. Ooh, I love, love, love that. But I tend to just reach for shades like this in my cream blushes. It will make me happy though to give this to someone because I do really, really like this, and I love giving stuff I like to other people too. Be like, I can recommend this. This is really nice. Continuing along with the blush theme. So I got a large portion of someone else's collection a few months ago. This is a Bare Minerals loose blush. This is the shade I'm Amused Rouge. And I did try it on my face and I thought it was pretty. I liked it, but the only reason I would ever pull this out is if I made myself, like put it in my stash or something. Like it's not something that I just wanted. So I decided I would pass it along. You know, maybe someone else would enjoy that formula more. Another blush. This is from Phase Zero. This came in a subscription box. This is the shade Making Moves, and look how pretty it is. Like, it is so lovely, and if that was just an eyeshadow, I'd be like, give it to me. It is just too stinking glowy, and it wouldn't be such a big deal if I only kept my blush, like, right here. But the second it, like, migrates over here, which, you know, I do like to put my blush, you know, all over. It tends to go from here to over my nose, up there. Like, I really like a lot of blush all over. And this, as soon as it gets close to pores around my nose, like the shimmer in this just sits in my pores and emphasizes them. Like, it's just too shimmery for my taste. And I kept trying to make it work because it's such a really pretty peachy shade. But yeah, it's just too much. Too much. So hopefully I have a friend who will enjoy that. This next one is one that I actually really like, but I just haven't wanted to reach for it in like a year. So when that happens, it's like, no, I don't need that. So this is from Seraphine Botanicals. It started to wear off the front, but this is called Happy Hibiscus. And it looks really deep in the pan, but it's really not that deep of a product. It's just more of a neutral blush, and it does have some shimmer in it, but it's not too over the top with the shimmer. Oh my goodness, it is a very, very beautiful, beautiful neutral blush. But like I say, I haven't been wanting to reach for it at all. So that tells me I can pass that along to someone. I have one brow product. So this is from Item Beauty. This is the Brow Chow in the shade medium brown. It's one of those products that has the fun like toothbrush look on the end. It's nice and soft. And then the other side, it has more of like the triangle shaped applicator. Hope you guys can see that. And I find that I just have a very difficult time with the triangle shape. I always end up just looking messy, and I hate how my brows look, and I just don't want to fuss. I hate fussing with my brows, so I have a feeling I can easily find someone who will use this. This is a nice color. Okay, I have a few lip products. Again, from the same person where I got that loose Bare Minerals blush. I got a bunch of lipsticks. So unfortunately, that person really liked kind of shimmery lipstick, and that's just not my vibe. So this from Wet n Wild. It's in the shade Breeze, and I actually thought the shade of this was really, really pretty. Just, you know, icy. So that's it right there, and you can see the shimmer in that lipstick. So again, not my vibe, but the color is really, really pretty. I tried to make myself like it because I liked the color so much, but it wasn't gonna happen. Same thing with this Lancome lipstick. I love the color of this. This is the shade Vintage Rose. Oh, and I think I like this one even more than that Wet n Wild one. It's such a pretty color. That's it right there. And oh, I just love the color so much. But again, with the sheeny lipstick, it's just not my favorite. Here's an unopened product I got in Ipsy. This is from Pixie by Petra. I tried this one time and it was beautiful. I mean, not this exact one. This one's unopened, but I got another shade before years ago in another subscription box, and I loved it, but I had a bad lip reaction to it. I tend to do that if anything is plumping, and this is supposed to have a minor plumping effect. But this one in the shade Peony Bloom, I didn't even try. I'm just gonna pass that along to someone. Someone can get a brand new little sample. This next one, I finally had to be honest with myself. It's one of those things where I was like, no, I like it, just because I think it's so popular with others, but I decided I don't like it. This is a Bite Beauty lipstick in the shade Meringue. I think the color is pretty. I don't care for the formula. It's really thick, and I don't like a really thick lipstick, I've decided. So this is getting decluttered. It still smells really good, and there's a lot of lipstick left in there. I'm hoping to find a friend who will like this. I heard someone else say they really liked these because of the thickness, because they felt like it was moisturizing. So hopefully I can find a friend who will like that quality about it. I have a nail polish here. I don't know who I might inflict this on because I hated this so much. This was in my Partners in Cream. Whichever friend wants it, I'll tell them, you know, I didn't really like it, but you know, we'll see if anyone will take it. Here's a product that I really like. I have all the shades in this line. This is from Essence, the Melted Chrome eyeshadow, and I just don't ever reach for this one. This is the shade Lead Me, and it looks just plain silver, but it actually has almost like tinge of green to it. It's really cool. I feel like of the shades, this might be the most unique, but I just don't reach for it like ever. And I don't like having stuff sitting around in my stash to keep just for the prettiness value, right? So hopefully I can find a friend who will want to wear that. And the formula is still really soft and bouncy and like new. So I'll be happy to pass that on to someone. Okay, now let's talk about some eyeshadow little palettes here. So this just recently came in an Ipsy. This is from Elamon Beauty. And I would actually keep this. I really like it, except that I have shades already that are very similar. This is a really nice soft matte, and this kind of sparkly topper shade, it reminds me a lot of shades you can get from like Glam Shop or even in Kaleidos. It's a really beautiful sparkly topper shade. It just looks so amazing tapped on top of a matte shadow underneath. But I already have a shade very similar to that from Glam Shop actually. So I'm gonna be passing that along. Oh, here's a formula I really like, but I'm just not gonna use this, I don't think. So this is from PYT Beauty. This is the Warm Lit Nude Mini. This is the Upcycle eyeshadow. I love the shimmers. It's not a type of like super intense foiled. Let's see if I can clean off my fingers so I can give you some swatches. They're just really smooth. There is zero grittiness, zero chunky. I mean, that's so nice. Oh, see how nice and smooth those are? And the mattes too, really soft and blendy. I really like them. Oh, so nice. But this is just sitting in my stash. I don't need it. I have singles and palettes that dupe these shades, so I've decided I'm gonna pass it on, even though I really like it. You know, the heart says it's cute, just hold on to it. But if I'm not gonna use it, it's just gonna sit around. So this I'm going to give to a friend. Okay, this last one is the one where I'm like, people are gonna be surprised. But after panning a shade in this palette, I've decided I don't really care for it. So this is the e.l.f. Rosewater Quad. You can see that there is pan in this shade right here. And honestly, my favorite part about this little palette is this matte. I love this shade and I love the formula. It's nice and soft and blendy. But I tend to be drawn to this shade, not even really on purpose. And I now have shades like this in both my singles and in several palettes. So I don't need to hang on to this little quad just for that shade. The actual shimmers, they hard pan really easily. I like to use my finger to apply eyeshadow, and these will hard pan almost instantly if you use your finger. They're also a little bit more gritty, I suppose, a little bit more flaky, and it's just not my favorite formula. I find that I always get fallout, even when I use a glitter glue. They don't want to stay on my eyes. And I find that when I want these tones, even though I might not have exact dupes for these shades, I have tones similar to it in my stash that I like more. So that will be passed on as well. Okay, that was everything in my little declutter bin. I do like to do this fairly regularly, even though I haven't done a video on it in quite some time. You know, I have been over the past few months just kind of giving things away that I haven't been using, just because I hate hanging on to stuff to have it. I really dislike doing that. I like when I look at my makeup stash to have feelings of like happiness, like, ooh, I love that, and ooh, I love that. I don't like seeing things and being like, I never wear that. Like, I hate that feeling. I would rather pass on the excitement of makeup to other people so that they can play with it too. Because like I said, with a lot of these products, they're really good. They were just sitting around in my stash not being used. Thank you guys so much for watching today. If you like declutter videos, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Again, sorry about all the construction noises. It's just It's inevitable. Thank you guys so much for watching to the end of the video. It's very helpful for the algorithm, so thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate all of your support. I will see you soon in my next video. Bye!